Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing and quick sound test of Kanto YU2. I think I got the red version. I don't remember. But overall they cost about $240. Thought I'd just grab them, see how they feel and what they look like. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do the unboxing. I've never used Kanto before. I don't know what this thing is like. I've heard of them, but I don't know of them. Well, that's pretty cool. There's a box inside a box. So this is the retail box, and the other one was the shipping box. It says easy to set up, built-in DAC, 100 watts. On this side, gives you a little, what are some of the connectivity, and what the other back speaker looks like. Let's just look inside. I think we'll come across all of that in a bit. So you open it up. First thing you see is your little manual with rubber feet. Foam. Oh my god. Before I get to the speakers, let me show you this. This is the power supply. Then you have some silica gel. Then you have even more cable. This is what I was laughing about earlier. These things are tiny. I mean, I kid you not, when I bought them, I did not look at the size. I just got them. I didn't really look at the dimension or measurements or anything. But holy crap, it's like a newborn baby. Wow. Look at that. My hands are bigger. Let's go to open the other one. I thought I got the red one, but turns out this is the gray version. It's got a good amount of weight to it. But yeah, this is the back of the other speakers. It's 4 ohms. And this opening right here, well, that's your port, On other speakers, they port it like a round hole, but this one is just a slot. I mean, the design itself looks really nice. I kind of like it. I still can't get over how small this thing is. Well, enough of that. Let's go and take a look at the other one. What do we got here? We got the volume rocker. Then you have your right channel. So this is your left channel. Auxiliary input, which is your 3.5mm headphone jack. USB, you can connect it both ways. So you have 2 inputs. Hook this up with your PC, and this one can be connected, let's say, to your phone. But what's cool about these small speakers is that it's got a subwoofer out. You can't expect a deep sound coming out of these small, drivers. They're like 3-inch. So a little bit of specs. You have the tweeter, which is about 3/4 of an inch. Then you have the driver. It's a 3-inch composite driver. Peak power, this thing can go both together up to 100 watts and 50 watts total RMS. Frequency response, 80 hertz to 20 kilohertz. Which explains why they give a subwoofer out with this thing, because at 80 hertz, I mean, you're only going to hear mids and the highs. You're not going to hear the lows. Nothing below 80 will play on this thing. I mean, look at this. This thing is probably as big as my thumb. As a comparison, I'm going to put this thing next to the edifiers. Yeah, the edifiers are quite large compared to the Kantos. The Kantos are super small. They're meant for, a small space. They'll take up a lot less real estate in your desk, which is great. But yeah, it's, falls down to personal preference. I mean, I kind of like these. Even though they're small, they look really cool. And what I really like is the design of it. I mean, this thing, this material, you hear that? It's super solid. Let's look at the user manual real quick and see what how this thing is geared up. Oh wow, they have separate. One comes in English, there's another one in Espanol. But since we speak English, let's look at the English one. Let's see what we got. More text. Silk dome, 3-inch Kevlar mid woofer driver. That's cool. You can connect this directly to your AC outlet. For speakers, always use a surge protector. We recommend, so Kanto recommends using a 6-inch or a 8-inch powered subwoofer, not a passive one. So if you want to hook up a subwoofer to this, just make sure that your subwoofer can power itself and you have a subwoofer out, an LFE connection that you can connect directly to this speaker. What do you guys say we hook them up and see what they sound like? All right, now that we have everything hooked up, let's go ahead and turn this thing on and we'll play some tracks to see how it sounds like. I'm interested to see how the DAC works. All right, so we're set up with a clip. I'm gonna play a clip from the movie Midway, the Battle of Midway. And yeah, let's just see what this thing sounds like. The volume is all the way down. Well, it's not even on. There you go. Now it's on. Volume is all the way down. Computer volume is set to 100%. Move them back a little. So you definitely get a good response out of these little 3-inch drivers. It's not so bad. I mean, especially if you're interested in a smaller setup, that'll give you quality sound. I think the speakers are pretty good. You do miss out on a whole bunch of frequencies that are on the sub level. A set of speakers like the edifiers, they'll play on the lower frequency side, like at 50 hertz or 55 hertz. But these, given their size and how much these drivers can push, they can go as low as 80 hertz. So you miss out on everything that's below it. So when I'm playing a clip like this, you do hear the mids and the highs, but you don't hear the lows, just because, you know, they're just not there. You want to hook up a dedicated subwoofer to this one. And as we saw in the instruction manual, Kanto recommends that you use something around 6 to 8-inch subwoofer. And then it begs the question, well, how come nothing bigger than that? I don't know. Maybe it just won't pair that well. The bigger subwoofer might overpower the sound from these. You know what? Let's do it. Let's hook up a subwoofer and see what that sounds like. Okay, so we're all set up. I'm using a Yamaha subwoofer, or 6.5-inch downfiring woofer, and frequency response is somewhere between 35 to 160 hertz, which is great. It'll play some of the mids and it'll play a lot of the lows. And we'll go back to my same clip. Oh yeah, that does make a difference. I mean, having a subwoofer definitely packs that punch that you're looking for. I do have to say there's a huge difference between a 4.5-inch driver versus a 3-inch driver. That extra 1.5 inch does make a difference overall. Let's see, they are priced at $240, and at $240 doesn't make sense to buy these pair of speakers for your desktop. I mean, I guess it depends what you want to use it for. Even if you hook this thing up to a turntable, I mean, you still need a subwoofer. So at that point, you just got to ask yourself, like, you know, you want to spend $240 or $250 with taxes and everything. But if you find them on sale for, well, $150, $170, $180, doesn't make sense to really buy this, because you could probably put that money towards another set of speakers that might give you a wider range of frequency to play with, as well as a bigger driver that'll compensate for a much richer sound and much warmer sound versus this little speakers. Pretty looking speakers. They look nice. One thing I didn't mention during the specs, when I was talking about specs, I did measure the power consumption with my watt meter. And when this thing is completely off, it's only consuming about 0.2 watts of power. That's nothing. And when it's on and you're not playing any audio and it's just on, like the lights are, you know, blue, at that point it's only consuming about 1.8, 1.85, something around there wattage. So they are pretty energy efficient. They're nice looking. Would I recommend them for that price? No. At some point you'll want to just hook up a subwoofer to it just to make it, just to get the sound you're looking for. Versus all this, I can eliminate all this. I can spend my money on something like the edifiers or some other, you know, bookshelf speakers, powered bookshelf speakers that'll have a 4.2 or a 4.5 inch driver that's gonna sound a lot better than all this package put together. Because now I have to worry about putting a subwoofer somewhere. Overall, I think the speakers are great. It just really depends on how you want to have your setup. If you have experience with Kanto YU2, let me know what you think. Thanks so much for subscribing. I've really enjoyed all the comments back and forth that we've had. It feels like we have a community going on, which is fantastic. So thanks so much for watching. I got a couple of more speakers that I want to open up. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.